Francis, if you would, your thoughts on tonight's match.
Oh, man. It's tough. It's really, really tough. Really, really tough to swallow. This one's going to hurt really, really bad. I mean, I thought I was a better player for sure tonight. I think, but then in the fourth, just out of nowhere, just had like some in and out cramps. I just felt, like my body, kind of just shut down on me. I don't know, like probably had a lot to do with nerves. I wasn't tired at all. Just, about to get into the final. I've probably the closest I was. Obviously, when I played Alcaraz, I was kind of hanging for dear life to go 5. Here I was really in a position to win, and probably with the year I had, and was almost able to be in that position. I've been feeling unbelievable physically, but also, I mean, it could be a testament to how many matches I've played in a short time, and I haven't played that many matches all year like that. I mean, but ultimately, I think nerves got the better of me tonight, and kind of just went down. It's kind of like a similar thing with Alcaraz and Novak that year, the French. It kind of seems like the same thing, just couldn't really move, and but you got to tip your hat to Taylor. He stayed with it. He competed, and he deserved it tonight. So all the best to him in the final.
Thank you. One question each. Brian.
Brian Lewis, New York Post. In your mind, Francis, how much of that was, say, mental, and how much of it may have been? It seemed like after that 31-shot rally that you weren't quite moving the same way you were before that. How much of it was mental, and how much of it was perhaps the rally took something out of you?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely an intense rally, but I think, what was that, 3-0 or something like that? I mean, there was a couple holes after that, so it wasn't really that rally. I mean, it was more later in that set at 5-4, and 40-15 go double-double. End up getting broken there, but I kind of felt there out of nowhere. Just weird cramps out of nowhere. When I felt fine, it wasn't even really warm nor humid tonight. Again, I just think the moment definitely I got ahead of myself, and something I'm definitely going to learn from. But, I promise it's probably not going to happen to me again.
Matt?
Hey, Francis. Tough one. What kind of talk did you give yourself in between the fourth and fifth set during the changeover?
I'm going to try to give everything you got for fifth set. I mean, I tried a bunch of different things. Had a bunch of pickle juice where I was gargling, spitting it out. I was, eating and doing kind of everything I could, but obviously he's trying to give it one last shot, right? As Fitz said, it's semis of slam. Try to give everything you got, but sometimes it's not meant to be.
Richard?
I know it's hard to look at, but you've had an incredible couple of weeks between Cincinnati and here. I imagine when you do walk away from here, you'll feel good about where you put yourself back in the mix.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I've struggled for a really, really long time. I'm obviously this is gonna hurt and stuff. I'm gonna turn the page. I'm gonna try to end the year strong. I'm gonna go to Asia, do the whole thing, do it the right way, not half-ass it. I'm gonna go to Labor Cup and compete, and I'm gonna let this thing, but I'm gonna learn from that. I'm gonna learn from this. And I'm gonna work really hard. I'm gonna be in these positions again, for sure, and just hoping for a different outcome.
Ava?
Nice tournament, Francis. I'm wondering how it felt for you out there to play against another American. It was obviously a really good crowd and it was packed and everything, but those crowds are very different when it's you against a non-American player. Did that cross your mind at all tonight?
No. I still really thought they were for me, to be fair. Made me feel even worse when I'm down like 4-0 in the fourth. You see a lot of people leaving, like, it's crazy. But ultimately, it was a great night. I mean, to have two Americans, but I didn't, once you're out there battling, I'm not really thinking, I'm playing another American guy who's competing. But, yeah, man, I mean, that's kind of what it was.
Billie?
What do you think, Francis, your performance and Taylor's and the other Americans at this tournament might mean going forward for men's tennis?
Yeah, I think it opened the floodgates for sure. I think guys are going to start believing they can go deep in slams. Tommy's already made semis with Slam Ben as well. Obviously, him beating me last year here in the quarters. Fritz now, you know, he's made a final, so none of us younger guys have done that. I mean, you know, see what happens on Sunday, but I think, you know, a lot of guys are going to be able to think they can do it, especially in this one where, you know, later in the season, stuff like that with American crowds and what have you. So, I mean, I think this is big. I think this is big. Shows that it's definitely possible. As I said, again, game's open. Even with Alcaraz and Sinner and these other guys, you know, man, like it's not what it used to be.
Takes a couple more. Bill.
Good run here at the U.S. Open, Francis. You said that you would learn from this match. What do you think you'll learn?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to be able to be a little bit more poised during that time. You know, maybe not, you know, panic or whatever. Preparation probably be, you know, even better. You can always be fitter. You can always, you know, be stronger. You know, I mean, try different things and speak to my team. You know, you just kind of just learn from the situation. Not get ahead of yourself. Not be like, oh, you know, I'm almost set away from getting in front. Like you stay in those moments, which I have been, all to leading up to it. So, more try to stay in the moment. Maybe, you know, have some stuff what you're doing on the changeovers, what your intake is, you know, eating and hydration wise. You know, you got to look at the whole thing. So, because you just don't want it to happen again, since it was a nerve situation.
Last question.
Francis, again, congratulations on the run. You mentioned you're kind of looking ahead during the match. At what point do you remember thinking, did you allow yourself to think, oh, I think I'm going to be in the final?
Yeah, I mean, early days in the fourth. I mean, I got good looks. I'm returning well. I'm like, you know, I was holding easy early in the fourth. I'm like, oh, you know, here we go. Two sets to one up. You're changing. You're like, oh shit, like you come out strong. And, like, let's get this fourth done. We're gonna be in the final. Like, I mean, that's normal thinking for sure. I mean, but you know, in the past matches before, I was just only thinking about what it takes to win rather than thinking about what's potentially ahead. And, you know, that could play a part in it too. But again, I mean, the year I've had and to be able to almost be in that position, yeah, I think I just got ahead of myself. I mean, this thing's a bit. I mean, it's not a bit. This thing's a lot, but I'm gonna learn from it, and I'll be better going forward for sure.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Francis.